Let's add another major university to the growing list of campuses where black-on-white crime and black mob violence is wildly out of proportion. And while we're at it, let's add another story to the very large list of stories where reporters and public officials insist on ignoring, denying, condoning the racial element of the crime, instead calling it random. This time, we're going down to the University of Missouri in Columbia, Missouri, home of the Mizzou Tigers. Hi, this is Colin Flaherty. I'm the author of Don't Make the Black Kids Angry. Here we talk about black mob violence, black-on-white crime, and the greatest lie of our generation, the myth of black victimization, all without racism, without rancor, without apology. Let's take a look at this story, which on first blush actually gives you a lot of good information, but then the second time through, you can see how much they leave out, and that's what we will add at the end of this, after this clip.
New at 10, reports of random violent attacks taking place near the University of Missouri campus.
One student needed facial reconstruction. Another says she has trouble breathing after somebody punched her in the face. Fox Files investigator Chris Hayes takes you through the reports that people are saying is a little too close for comfort.
Rafer, at Mizzou, the campus and downtown are almost merged into one. Restaurants and coffee shops across the street from classrooms. There, we've uncovered dozens of assaults. Last May, Thomas Riddick was walking alone from a Broadway bar, heading down Hitt Street.
I was tapped on the shoulder from somebody I assume came out of this garage, and I turned around straight to a punch to my face. Actually, one of my friends was walking back from a bar, and she recognized me, just knocked out on the ground, bleeding everywhere.
He said he woke up in the arms of an EMT.
I had no idea what just happened.
His wallet was gone. The parking garage near where Riddick describes being attacked could provide cover for someone looking for potential victims to walk by. It would be hard to know you're even being tracked until they're right on top of you. Riddick was not the only one violently attacked last May. The Phi Delta Theta fraternity reported an armed invasion.
It's not hype. If the small group of people that I know in Columbia have a personal connection to at least one person that's been violently attacked.
Dee Babler is a St. Louis mom of a Mizzou student who's talked to several families too afraid to speak out about their child's attacks.
Guys that are walking home get beaten up, get jumped and kicked, beaten within an inch of their life.
In December, former Missouri State Rep Jeff Grissamore tweeted, requesting prayers for my son Joel. He just went into facial reconstruction surgery in Columbia after attack by two unknown assailants. Grissamore declined to talk on camera because the assault remains unsolved. Two men attacked his son at a bar on the edge of campus, the corner of 9th and Elm, where Columbia police report 3 assaults in a 12-month period. We mapped dispatch calls in the downtown area near campus over the past year. We found one stands out at 4th and Cherry, 11 calls reporting assaults. It's the address for Flat Branch Park. That's the entrance to the MKT trail. A half-mile down the road begins a series of assault reports, beginning at the intersection of 10th Street and Broadway. Police data shows 4 assaults in the last year. A couple doors down, 2 more. Then 4 more next door. It jumps to 13 near the light at Broadway and Hitt. That's 23 assault reports on this block alone.
I can't imagine living in this culture now. That shouldn't be a part of the equation when you go to college.
Babler started a Change.org petition called Improve Safety and Security of Mizzou Students Immediately. Student Riddick hopes his story helps someone else.
I still to this day have no idea how I didn't even hear footsteps coming.
His attack fit the scenario of 2 other victims we talked to who were too afraid to talk on camera. They were attacked at night and they were alone.
The overwhelming number of people responsible for this crime and violence in Columbia, Missouri are black. We know this a bunch of ways. One, we go to the University of Missouri Police Department webpage. You look at the Cleary reports, and I've looked at the for the last 2 months, lots and lots of examples. Almost every example of violence and assault is from a black person, overwhelmingly so. But then you go to the university. Then you go to Columbia, Missouri, the police department webpage. And they issue press releases, And some of their press releases will identify who is responsible for the crime. Never makes it into the local papers or to the school papers, but nevertheless, there it is. We're looking at a few of these reports from the local police and from the university police as I speak. Of special interest to me in that story was all the violence on the MKT trail. There were, what they say, 11 or 13 examples of assault and sexual assault and violence and robbery on the trail. Again, almost every one of those was an example of black on white crime. Now, it may be very difficult to find the local papers identifying this epidemic of black on white crime, and Columbia is a place where they have the requisite community meetings, I'm doing air quotes, where everybody's all concerned about crime. But if you read the local papers there, very easy to find stories every day about how black people are relentless victims of relentless white racism all the time, everywhere. That explains everything, especially why cops all across America are picking on black people, killing black people for no reason whatsoever. Very easy to find that. Very difficult to find anybody talking about the black on white crime in Missouri, in Columbia, Missouri, home of the Mizzou Tigers, where just like every other college campus we've written about, and Don't Make the Black Kids Angry, and these videos and lots of other news outlets since, where the college kids are such soft targets for violence and crime in and outside of campus, all for one reason. They forgot Collins' rule number 1. Don't make the black kids angry.